Beautiful tribe, how are you? We've reached the mid-July point, and what an eventful time it has been. We've had 3 retrogrades running simultaneously. One was the Neptune retrograde, the other was the Saturn retrograde, and now we have another one, the Mercury retrograde. And since things are getting chaotic, I thought, why not do a in-depth dive into it. Mercury retrograde is happening in Cancer from July 18th to August 11th. In Vedic astrology, this is a transit that shakes up communication and travel. And communication and travel is what impacts global events and our personal life. So let's get into it. Mercury retrograde or Budh Vakri. It's a time to reflect. It's a time to disengage and move into the spectator mood, to stop rushing into things. Now, this Mercury retrograde is happening in Cancer. Cancer is the 4th house. Cancer means family, home, country, homeland. And when things go retrograde in such a place, you know what happens? Politically, it becomes overprotective. Mercury retrograde in Cancer will have everybody getting very defensive, very sensitive to their own pride, their own sense of security, their own sense of home and emotional security. And this is because it's a water sign, Cancer. The emotions being stirred are deep, and they are going to affect global politics and geography. Expect disruption in trade, travel, and communication. I've been talking for a very long time on social media about outages, internet outage, hacking, etc. That can happen. I also think that now is the time that very sleazy and ugly secrets will surface. But before that, let's talk about geography. Cancer is water and Cancer is emotion. When Mercury is going retrograde in Cancer, what we are seeing is the energy going inward. So it is all going to be focused on land, border, homeland security, domestic issues. There can be miscommunication in policy. Public speeches could cause a lot of reaction, and I think we can see the surfacing of populistic ways of thinking, especially in countries where Cancer is a very strong element in their birth chart. Countries like USA and Canada are tied to Cancer. So already USA is getting very aggressive about their trades and their tariffs. So I foresee that there might be things like trade deals, particularly for food, housing, things that are Cancer oriented, that will see delays. So what I would advise policymakers over there is that it's a retrograde season. When there is retrograde, instead of starting anew, going into fresh deals, it would be very economic and smart to renegotiate the existing deals. New projects all are destined for bad ends when there are retrograde elements. Geographically, Cancer rules water, rivers, coast, agriculture. I think we should observe rivers. Bay of Bengal can see flooding. Bay of Bengal can see shipping snags. Supply chains for essentials may falter. Urban areas will face glitches like power outages. Coastal areas, brace yourself for tsunamis and logistic challenges. And how is it going to affect us personally? Aries in your 4th house, home and family talks, there can be misunderstandings with loved ones. property delays. Your community can also suffer unnecessary politicking. Geographically, there can be floods or water related problems. So be very careful of what you say and be very proactive as far as plumbing issues go. Taurus, this is third house. Third house is communication, siblings, neighbors. If you are having misunderstandings with your siblings, consider putting a distance between you, because there can be miscommunication that can lead to fights and misunderstandings. If you are planning short projects or local projects, wait for a while, revisit them end of August when you are out of the Mercury retrograde, and do not get involved with community disputes. Gemini, this is second house energy for you, and second house is finance. It's also speech. If you are looking to go shopping, retail therapy can be a very bad idea. You will overspend. And if you are involved in supply chain, you will have a bad time. So stay away from local markets, trading, supply chain, because there can be delays. Reassess your savings, revision your budget, and avoid impulsive spending. Cancer, this is in your first house. So your sense of self, the image you present to the world, first house energy, it can feel kind of foggy. Personal decisions can lead to misunderstanding. You could see emotional public debates. Your region can suffer from water related issues. Avoid rash moves. Leo, sing. This is 12th house energy for you. 12th house is the subconscious. Deep buried traumas can come up, If you're having some kind of a phobia, subconscious fears, they can come up. You can feel isolated. If you are negotiating some secret dealings, they can backfire. So Leo, be very careful. You might suffer from an inability to communicate what you want or bond with your support group. So revise your group plans. Libra, Tula. This is 10th house. 10th house is career. So if work, communications, public projects can suffer glitches. Your professional goals may not be very synchronized or harmonized with what you are. So refine them and don't launch new ventures. Scorpio, this is 9th house energy. And 9th house brings travel, education. So expect delays in these areas. If you are involved in debates or discussion, even harmless philosophical discussion, they can heat up. So be very careful about the words you use, and especially watch your tone, because many times people don't hear your words. They react to the tone in which you are conveying your message. Reflect on your beliefs. Plan your travel carefully and watch your words. Sagittarius, this is all about 8th house. Hidden financial and emotional issues. You personally can get involved in debts. So if you have old debts, resolve them at your earliest and avoid risky investments. Capricorn, this is 7th house energy for you. 7th house is partnerships, legal partnerships, important partnerships, your inner circle, so to say. Your work circle, your business circle, your personal circle. So if you are in business talks, if you are renegotiating your partnership agreements, you can suffer glitches. Even well thought of plans can misfire. Your alliances, your trade agreements could stall. So clarify your agreements. Be patient with your partners. Aquarius, this is 6th house energy for you. 6th house is your workplace. Sixth house is also your health. So start living clean and refine your work routines and prioritize your wellness. Pisces, this is fifth house energy for you. Fifth house is creativity, it's romance. So it goes without saying that if you are in close connection with your partners, and Pisces, because you're emotional, you're always in close connection with your partners, and you're very sensitive to the way your partners think or the way they communicate. So your relationship can hit snags right now. You could face miscommunication. So communicate clearly. Use less words and use words that mean something. Revisit your creative ideas. And I think Mercury retrograde is a time when you should not start a new project. You should use this energy to complete existing projects and do it with a very clear head. Generally, I think Mercury retrograde is a time to reflect on your goals, your community goals, your personal goals, resolve old issues, revise plans. Remember, Mercury retrograde is the time when exes, old partners, old projects, they all come up for review. Mercury loves clarity. So be very clear, be concise in the way you communicate with others. Reflect on your personal and community goals. Revise your plans. Go into the fine print of any agreement that you are negotiating. And please, please, please resolve old issues. Back up your data. Confirm your travel and trade plans. Check and recheck your travel itinerary. And don't start new projects. Don't sign new contracts. And this is something a friend of mine did on a Mercury retrograde, and she's regretting it even now, is don't buy a mobile phone during Mercury retrograde. Do not buy electronics during that time. They start glitching. There are some a small Vedic tip for you. Chant Om Buddhaya Namah 108 times on Wednesday to balance the Mercury retrograde energy of a green moong dal or green cloth to Lord Vishnu. You could also wear a green emerald, but I always think that, buying crystals, wearing gemstones, you've got to do it after checking with an astrologer. If you are looking for some Vedic advice, you could drop a line in the comment section and book a session with me. Generally, I would say that Mercury retrograde is your chance to pause and reflect, revise everything. And this time, think with your heart chakra and connect with the world. Whether it is global trade or personal plans, patience is the key during Mercury retrograde. And stay connected. For more cosmic insights, subscribe, share if you like this video, book a Vedic consultation with me. Until next time, Namaste.